The second key technology that is actually, once I researched it, became my instant favorite is negative ions. So negative ions are something that we get naturally from being out in nature, and especially around fast-moving water sources. This is this sheathing of water molecules that gives it a negative charge. And that negative charge is, again, something that occurs naturally in nature that our bodies have naturally evolved with over time. Now, what would a healthy amount be? This is something that I really want you all to learn and to remember, because it comes down to when someone asks you about one of the competitive mats, this is going to be a key point that you're going to make to whomever it is that you're speaking to. So let's talk first about unhealthy amounts and build from there. Now, in our modern society, we are very much deprived of negative ions. We're living in these big concrete and glass boxes with, no air coming in. We've got heating or air conditioning coming at us 365, 24/7. And with that heating and air conditioning, all of that is positively charged. So that's a very positive ion-rich environment, which is the same as Wi-Fi, 5G, dust, dander, all of these things that our bodies tend to react to even on a subtle level. So think about how your body evolved. Your body evolved in a very negative ion-rich environment. These positive ion environments that we now tend to live in for the great majority of our time is not a natural state for our bodies. Now, in this house where I'm currently located, there are no open windows so that we can do this seamlessly for you. And in this type of environment, there's usually about 50 to 100 ions per cubic centimeter. In a dense downtown space, you're probably getting somewhere between 100 to maybe 300 ions per cubic centimeter, because now at least you're outside, but there are pollutants around. As you start to move away from the city, the negative ion counts are going to continue to go up. So just outside of the city, you might get into like the 1,000 range. And when you get into a healthier countryside environment, you're going to get up into the 3,000s. Around a waterfall or an ocean, you could get up to about 10,000 ions per cubic centimeter. Now, on the 7,000 MX biomats, it has been third-party tested and validated to have over 3,400 ions per cubic centimeter. And if you remember, that comparison that I just did, that is the equivalent to like a healthy countryside air. So this is one of the areas where some of the competitive mats really lack, and also where customer knowledge is also very lacking, because a company could say, oh yeah, there's 1,000 ions per cubic centimeter, and any average consumer is going to go, oh, that's great, because they don't have the context or the perspective to be able to know how to measure that in terms of if it's a healthy negative ion count and something that really puts their body back into that natural state, or as close to it, that we really naturally evolved with. So the reason that this is important, and this is why I really get excited about negative ions, is because when you synergistically pair it with infrared, you get this magical dance of technologies. So I'm going to ask you, and you can just answer in your head, why do people go into an infrared sauna? I'm looking for a buzzword, and it's probably already popping off in your head. The answer is detoxing, right? So people go into an infrared sauna to detox. And what they're missing is that infrared can only remove and detox the body from what is already biologically available in either the circulatory or the lymphatic systems, because that's how infrared works. It increases circulation and stimulates the lymphatic system. What it's not doing is tapping into the cellular level. And this is one magical thing that negative ions do. when you're exposed to negative ions, they send a signal to your cells that tell your cellular channels to open and to release those toxins. Also to uptake nutrition and hydration, but to release those toxins. So now you have a secondary source of toxins being released into the circulatory and lymphatic system, where now the infrared is coming because it's been paired with the Biomat, increasing circulation and helping to remove it from your body. Ridgway was so intelligent and wise when they strategically decided to pair these two technologies together. It is a really healthy and magical combination.